But there might be ghosties and ghoulies in the Forbidden Woods. And I don't want to be grabbed by the ghosties. And I don't want to be grabbed by the ghoulies. Hello, welcome. That was horrendous. Hello, welcome everybody. My name is Kavalech, and let's grab ourselves a deadly chat. Yes, indeed, welcome back once again to In-Depth Bloodborne. When we last left off, we had killed Vicar Amelia. We had done a little bit of spelunking in the Chalice Dungeons, and we were ready to head on to the next area. A little bit. I didn't have to farm too much. I only needed two. Twin bloodstone shards, but I have upgraded the nitrous to +5. Doesn't seem great because obviously it's not as high damage as the rifled spear, but trust me, it's going to be good because also we don't forget we have the bolt attack damage. So actually we're doing 180 damage +54, not 133 +78. And the blood attack for the spear is the gun, so there is that. So we're going to be giving the nitrous a go today, which should be fun on a bun. Oh yes. And our outfit of the day is the Bone Ash set. I just thought, why not? It kind of fits the wicked Forbidden Forest vibes. Do we want to level up a little bit?
Hunters have about the
gods and their love. Yes. Wonderful, darling.
Very well.
Let's strength be granted. I need to start upgrading some other stats and stuff, but I don't know what to do yet. See, one thing I will say, and I haven't touched on this yet, one thing that's great about Bloodborne is, if you notice, anytime we level up anything at all, so be it strength, or blood tinge, or vit, or even, you know, it's something that we're not using, like blood tinge or a thing, we get a physical defense upgrade. So leveling up is a good idea, even if you don't know what you want to level up. Now, obviously, you want to level up things that you're using. Currently, technically, strength is going to give us more of a boost. But for the moment, I might just get 30 vit first of all, and then when we've finished with our vit upgrades, we can actually get another. We can get 30 vit right now. When we're finished with that, we can upgrade something else. This is not how I would normally level up, to be completely honest. I think just one will do. I normally wouldn't level up this way at all, but for the interest of the series, it's not a bad idea. Then again, having more health is always a good plan in these games, and so I would suggest to people, if you are struggling in any way, like don't feel bad leveling up something like strength. Where do we want to go? Now I want to pop, because it is nighttime now. I just want to pop to Hemwick Chicken Lane, because we should be able to get. Now this is actually any. NPC dialogue, not NPC dialogue, what's the best way to put it? Any random dialogue gets replaced here, but the quickest one I can think of is down here. We can also see how much damage we're doing, so 212, and with this, 142. So you can see there, we are actually technically doing more damage with the Tinnitus. Now obviously that requires the buff and everything, but realistically, it's pretty goddamn good. Obviously the downside of the Tinnitus is, one, it's bolt damage, so if something has bolt defense, it's not going to do as well. And two, its moveset is kind of limited. It's not as, like, this is such a forward thrust, whereas this is quite a, you know, even the R2 is quite a thingy. Now you do have a rolling, you can poke. You can indeed poke. But yeah, but I like the Tinnitus, and even though the next area is not exactly bolty enemies just yet, we're getting towards the bolt enemies, so having some extra bolt damage, we're not fighting as many beasts right now, so we should be fine. Anyway, it should, as it's nighttime now, we should get this dialogue. Never mind. That is precisely how I feel about this situation. No, I think the trigger might be heading into the forest a little bit further. So once we head into the forest, we can get that. It doesn't really matter. I was just going to do it now so that we can get any dialogue we need to in the forest, but it really doesn't matter that much where we get the dialogue. Basically, if you haven't played the game before, at a certain point in the game, around now, I think it's when you enter the forest, the next window you talk to that isn't like an important NPC, the next coincidental, where I want to go, yeah, Cathedral Ward. The next coincidental dialogue will be replaced by a certain somebody that everybody knows from the Soul series, and he will give us an item to go to a different area. Now, we're not going to do that area yet, and obviously we'll discuss him more when we get the dialogue.
Once the night of the hunt...
Yeah, no movement for the NPCs just yet, because obviously we've only just moved forward in the night. But yes, so today we're going to head into the forest, in case that wasn't completely obvious. And if you're wondering where, because as I said, I needed 2 more shards. I actually only needed 1, I believe. But the shards I got were from this nice man. So if you are looking to create a second weapon, it's not ideal, but you can farm this guy pretty easily. You can see the damage we are doing. Great if he... see, he drops normal bloodstone shards as well, but he does drop twin bloodstone shards. You can see the damage that we're doing with this now. It's the Tonitrus is not to be trifled with. I mean, 2 hits. If I use this weapon, 1, 2, it's 2 hits as well, but it's not as clean. And this also is more upgraded than this one and has 3 gems, whereas Tonitrus at the moment only has 2, because, well, we have unlocked the 3rd slot, and I also don't have a waning. I don't believe I have a waning gem anyway. But yeah, we are doing good damage-wise. I don't know why I came this way, actually. This is not really the way we need to go. We need to go down below. But I'd like to kill these guys anyway, because they tend to drop little goodies for me, like quicksilver bullets. And also, they can drop, whatchamacallits. Oh, see, there's that range. There's that range I was talking about. Yeah. But this is the thing, everything has its downsides, you know. The good thing about this weapon is that it's quite quick as well. Oh, just to show, by the way, once it goes nighttime, these enemies up here, they'd no longer roam. As you can see, he's kind of like asleep. So you can quickly come up and give him the old, ow, give him the old tootsie. Goodbye. Tootsie, don't cry. That should be another... Oh, it was a bloodstone shard. Most of the time he drops health items, so it's unusual for it not to be an health item. But yeah, as you can see, as you can quite nicely tell by these enemies, the Tonitrus is not to be trifled with, especially if you start upgrading towards using it effectively. Like, I haven't really leveled up for the Tonitrus. I leveled up for the rifle spear and then decided to use the Tonitrus, so you can see how it's a jolly old... Thought you dropped something. It's a jolly old jolly. But yes, it is indeed nighttime now. We could, as I said at the end of the last episode, we could go and immediately do the DLC. Well, start the DLC. But I don't know. I'm not sure where to fit it in. I know technically it allows you to go now, but I think it would be folly to go and do it. It's a strange one, the DLC in Bloodborne. It's some of the best content. It's incredible. But if you, depending on where you do it, you can end up ruining, well, not ruining, but severely warping the main game. It's a bit like the chalice dungeons, actually. It's quite funny, Bloodborne. Most of the optional content ends up, again, not ruining, but warping the main game. Because if we go and do, we could go and continue doing chalice dungeons as well. But ow, you fucking pig. Oh, there goes some of my insight. 2 of my insight. Well, it doesn't really matter. Just annoying bastard. This guy actually will take more damage from... Will take more damage from Tonitrus. Bastard. Only for the fact that he fucking well... Ooh, you... Oh, you bastard. Yes. Note as well that we are doing a little bit extra blunt damage too. Now, blunt damage is not great in this game, but it's not too bad. But yeah, we could indeed go and do so many different things, but I think continuing on with the main story for now, and we will... I'll find a place to slot the DLC in. Well, hello there, my friend. What are you doing here?
Oh, good to see you safe. Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell me what piques your interest.
Lots of things pique my interest.
Ah, there's something I want to tell you. A bit of wisdom from the eminent master Logarius.
Eminent.
Once, a scholar betrayed his fellows at Bergenworth and brought forbidden blood back with him to Canehurst Castle. It was there that the first of the inhuman Vile Bloods was born. The Vile Bloods are fiendish creatures who threaten the purity of the Church's blood healing. The ruler of the Vile Bloods is still alive today. And so, to honor my master's wishes, I search for the path to Canehurst Castle.
Oh my.
As you know, the I have heard
I didn't mean to
that
do
the
that.
holy medium of blood healing is if you
We obviously heard these.
Bergenworth
I'm just making sure it was something else.
in this, but it's
No. Although there is actually something
Bergenworth
there I
is
want
an
to talk
old
about,
place of learning,
even though we've already heard this
and the
dialogue.
Tomb of the Gods, carved out below Yharnam, well, once a group of young Bergenworth scholars discovered a holy medium deep within the tomb. This led to the
so
fame,
there was people
and but only
talking to me about
bid you
the chalice dungeons, saying, yeah, okay, we get that there's kind of a big deal with them in the lore, but the game doesn't really specify. Well, it does, because obviously he tells you, you have German tells you in the Hunter's Dream as well. Like, they do specify that it is an important area, and that it's because of the scholars delving down into the tombs and, as he says, finding a holy medium, that we have everything going on today. Today, but in the game, you know, what's going on is because of that. Also, I just realized when looking at this mask, it looks amazing. I love that it has lots of extra eyes, adds to the whole eye thing going on in the game. But also, the mouth just kind of looks like you'd have a bit of a... like you'd have a bit of an overbitey thing going on. I know obviously it doesn't move because it's a mask, but it's just funny how it kind of looks to me. But yeah, so I don't know, the challenge dungeons we'll obviously talk about more as we delve deeper into them, but it's definitely a fascinating part of the game that I think gets left behind a little bit, even though some people hate them. Anyway, the password.
The password.
For God's sake, Lawrence, fear it. Oh. A roast, Reggie? That is the second time I've made that joke, but it makes me laugh every time. So, yeah, this bit people get a little bit confused on. And I get it. It is like, what the fuck? We heard him talk. We open the door and he is dead. Bloodborne leans into the whole idea of what's real and what's not, what's in the dream, and is this a dream now? Are we in the waking world? It plays around with a lot of different motifs and a lot of different things. To me, it's a bit like Schrodinger's cat. It's a bit like, is he alive? Is he dead? He is indeed dead. We see, he says already dead. But when the door is closed, he's alive because we don't know that he's dead. It's mindfucky. It is indeed mindfucky. But again, it's one of those things. The more we delve past this point of the game, and I said this kind of the other day when we got kidnapped and brought to Yahar Ghul, as you start getting to this part of the game, you start to realize that there was a hell of a lot more in this game than just beasts and gothic horror. Excusez-moi. The Forbidden Woods. And obviously, if you've played the game before, you know kind of where this starts going. Eldritch kind of horror, very HP Lovecraft, very that kind of thing. And the question becomes, how do you portray things like that in a game without making it seem too ridiculous? And I think they do a fantastic job. This is another one of those vistas that I just love so much. Look at the city. Oh, it's so good. And of course, we were able to see this windmill from before we could even come down here. So I love that as well. But yeah, it's how do you portray that maddening insanity that is Lovecraft and his works, and the idea of things not being what they seem, and there being, you know, kind of weird culty shit going on, and, you know, eldritch knowledge beyond our comprehension and all that type of stuff. How do you portray that in the medium of a video game, and also make it that it's not too... I mean, it's tough to say unrealistic when, you know, we are playing a game where I'm running around in a fucking skeletal witch outfit, you know? But I think you get what I mean, or where I'm trying to go with it, like, you know. They try to find that balance, and some things hit, some things don't. I do think maybe some things like that, like the guy up there being dead, oh, that was perfect in my fucking estimation. Got me right back to the beginning. That guy being up there, being dead, it might fly over some people's heads. I don't mean that in a, oh, you stupid way. No, as in, it's just, some of these concepts become very kind of out there. And so some people might not even realize that's what's happening, and they'll just kind of have that split second where they go, why is he dead? Like, why is there a corpse here? Oh, that's spooky, lol, I move on. But to me, I think that's the brilliance behind this game, is that it's not there to hold your hand and say, let me explain every tiny little concept. It's like, hey, we're going to put these in. If you understand it, great. If you don't, that's your time to learn and to find out more about the world, you know. I guarantee you, I not even guarantee you, I know for a fact, because it's me I'm talking about. When I first played this game, I did not know what the fuck was happening at the first playthrough. And I don't even know if I did the second playthrough. Like, I was a lot younger playing this game the first time, and I fucking didn't mean to fall off the edge. I was trying to show off. I just wanted to show the vista. Fuck's sake. Gravity will forever be my big enemy. You motherfucker. Oh, fuck's sake. You ruined my groove. I'm sorry you've thrown off the Emperor's groove. Oh, let me recenter myself. Yeah, the first couple of times I played through this game, I had not got a fucking breeze. As I say, I was younger when I played this game for the first time, when it first came out. And you know, a lot of the concepts, I had never heard of HP Lovecraft when I first played this game. I did not know what the fuck that even meant. HP, I thought it was Harry Potter. Like, what? You know, but that's what I love about Bloodborne, is that some people say, oh, it just steals from so many different things, Berserk, Lovecraft, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, it could be a gateway into those worlds. I'm not going into a big rant about Bloodborne, and anyway. But if you have a look down here, you can actually see an item, which is always nice. You know, I love a good vista where you can see further into the level. It's a bit murky. I do think if this was a PS5 game, you'd probably be able to see clearer down to there. But again, harping on that DS1, Dark Souls 1, I love this vista as well with the Scarecrow. Harping on those Dark Souls 1 kind of references, not references, Dark Souls 1 comparisons, in that there's so much of this being able to see into areas. That doesn't really happen as much in some of the later games, unfortunately. Cutting out a little sneeze there and a cough. Apologies, it is winter season. But yes, into the forest we go. I won't be that guy who fucking... Well, first of all, this is how you do with these guys. Huh! Well, sometimes it hits him as well. Fucking bastard. I just like hitting them with their own trap. It makes me laugh. Oh, we dropped an item as well. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh well. We're getting some more twin blood shards here. So, again, touching on... I know I'm wildly going around different topics here, but I will eventually settle, I promise. I'm just excited today. I'm playing Bloodborne, man. I'm so excited. I love that Bloodborne has this way of being like, hey, this area, maybe you should have an upgraded weapon. It's not necessary 100%, but it would behoove you. So they start giving you twin bloods. Like, they very well telegraph the way you should be in this game, and also, not only that, but I think the balancing is pretty spot on. There's some difficulty spikes, but it's a video game, so there should be difficulty spikes, you know. I think it's done pretty damn well. I think it's the most fair of any FromSoftware game in that regards. Now, this is a big ambush, and there's multiple ways to do it. I personally like to come along to this hill and throw a couple of these bad boys to weaken some people. I didn't mean to fall off the cliff, but that's just how that goes. But yeah, that's usually what I like to do. Throw a couple of Molotovs and just beat the shit out of them. Always shoot the dogs. Ooh! Not the best way to do this, but it worked out. The other thing to note is that if you see the fact of the Fire Emperor, one, the dogs tend to fall into them, which is quite funny. But two, these guys, their only purpose is to throw firebombs at you. And the reason they do that is because then, when you're running around, if you get hit by any of the fire, either from the guys or from these flames, you're going to take a shit ton more damage. So it's a genius little ambush, because it's not really an ambush, because you can very clearly, like, if you're paying attention at all, which, let's be honest, most of us don't, we tend to run through the level, but if you are paying attention at all, you get guided over here by this guy, this gentleman, and when you fight him then, you're either going to continue to look over this way, and you're going to see, oh, there's a path down that way, or you're going to turn around and see, oh, there's a lot of fires and a load of men standing there ready to kill me, and you'll either jump down here to deal with the ambush or come over here or whatever. It's that type of brilliant level layout, you know. And this is the thing. Here's the thing. There will be sections of this game, don't get me wrong, that I'm going to point at and say, listen, this bit's kind of bullshit. Like, the game isn't perfect. No game is. This bit always makes me think of, like, a Twisted Wizard of Oz, by the way. But there is so much of Bloodborne. I nearly said Dark Souls. I do love Dark Souls as well, though. But there's so much of Bloodborne that is just FromSoftware just firing on every fucking cylinder imaginable. Like, it's so goddamn good. 2 hits to kill them down. That's so good. Oh, 3 shards. 3 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop roll. This little area is for 2 reasons. 1, to kill that guy to get the 3 shards, and 2, if you saw my original playthrough, which I behoove you, the episode I believe is called Forest Skip. You can go and watch it if you want. I show off, there is a way you can jump up on the side here and skip this entire section we're going to do. We're obviously not going to do that today, but I promised that anytime we had little things like that, I would point them out. 6, we need 8, so we need 2 more of those, nice. But yeah, this is a massive skip you can do. You can jump up on the side there and skip the entire forest. Again, something where, like, people go, oh, there's a glitch, that means the game's shit. No, it doesn't. It means that they had a glitch, yeah, that's fine, but it's difficult to do, and you're only going to do it if you're a speedrunner, and hey, speedrunning is fucking fun on a bun. This is cool. So you come here, and if you've decided, right, let's tackle this 3-pronged section like this, and you go that way first, and it's a dead end, you come back here, you got your 2 choices. You got your golden, well, I'd say golden, but, like, you know, brightly colored flowers in that direction, and then you've this way with some fire going on and some red lights. And you might think, Cal, you're way overthinking this, but it is actually the game warning you, and it's kind of genius. So if you were to follow this direction, you would run this way thinking all is happy and jolly, and then that's a trap. You fall down, and then you got to fight your way through the area. So with colors, with flames, with the red, garish danger signs, they're saying, hey, you can go this way, and it technically ends up being the faster way to get through the area. Like, it's the much faster way, if you're not doing the glitch course. But it's the faster way, but red light, it's dangerous. So if you want the easier way, come the nice floral direction and get yourself, ow, smacked in the face. Delectable, delicious, and all the things in between. By the way, this armor is, it's got pretty good physical defense. It's got pretty good everything, really. Maybe it hasn't got great beasthood, but for what it's worth, it's not a bad armor set. It also looks nice. Again, a lot of people think it's Fashion Souls in Bloodborne, and I tend to agree, but there are moments like fighting Parl where it's good to have like bolt defense or whatever, like, you know. Rolling. But yeah, I'll show you come out there and everything as well. Now, there are multiple ways to go again. So you have the side path this way, or you can go this way, which leads to a nice little encampment, and you can see another trap up there. Oh, I was going to set the trap off, but apparently I'm not going to. I'll leave it on so that it'll be funny when I run into it later by accident. Excuse me, still coughing. Yes, and now we see an NPC. Now, unless I've gotten this wrong and it's a little bit of a later trigger, you can see a guy down there as well. We should be able to, actually, before we talk to this NPC, this gate is going to close, so we're going to run and get in through the gate and avoid this ambush. Haha. Fuck your ambush. No, don't open the... Oh, fuck, well. Should have killed the dogs before I opened the gate. Ooh! Fuck. Okay, kill the dogs before you open the gate. Don't do that. I fucking nearly fucked that up, but yeah, you see the idea. You can also stop the ambush by going up this way first, and all the candles are here, and you can kill the dogs quickly that way. So there's about 4 different ways to deal with that, and I dealt with it half right and half wrong.
Oh, a hunter of beasts, are you? Glory be. You know not the value you possess. But more's the pity. The hours of the night are many, and the beasts more than I can count. A veritable hunt, unending.
I hope he said hunt.
Not even death offers solace, and the blood imbibes you. A most frightful fate. Oh my. But I'm willing to do you a kindness. Step lightly round to the right of the great cathedral and seek an ancient, shrouded church. The gift of the Godhead will grant you strength. Yes, I'm unquestionably certain.
The gift of the Godhead will grant you strength.
Not even death offers solace. Seek you the gift.
So, obviously, look, if you've played any of these games, you know who that is. You immediately recognize the voice actor and know kind of what's happening here. Good old trusty Patches. But we'll talk about him more. Excuse me, I apologize, as we go. I keep saying that about everything, but honestly, I promise we will. It'll happen. It'll happen. You just got to give it time, for God's sake. It's more interesting when we do it properly. A latticed deformed rock, or perhaps a meteorite. Very interesting that it says that. Perhaps a meteorite. Appears useless, but possesses some odd gravitational force that prevents its riddance. A dubious soul once said, step lightly around to the right of the great cathedral and seek an ancient shrouded church. The gift of God will grant you strength. 2 things to note there. One, once it's given to you, you can't get rid of it, which is very interesting. Because it says gravitational force that prevents its riddance. So you try and throw it away and it comes back to you, question mark? Very strange that it would do something like that, but interesting nonetheless. But also perhaps a meteorite, something that came from the stars. Yeah, so like I said, this dialogue here, it's a lot of people think this is where you get it, because this is where most people end up getting the dialogue. But it isn't. Any of these windows, you can get it from once you enter the forest. I got it wrong. I thought it was once it turned into midnight. Not midnight, but nighttime. It's not nighttime. It's just once you enter the forest, then any of these that you talk to will become patches. And he will give you that. I suppose it's to make sure you don't miss it. Or it's the idea that he's following you around and gives it to you. Who knows? A blue elixir, you say? Liquid medicine that makes still bodies undetectable. Dubious liquid medicine used in strange experiments conducted by high ministers of the healing church. A type of anesthetic that numbs the brain. Hunters, able to retain consciousness by force of will, make use of a secondary effect of the medicine, which dilutes the presence while standing still. So it numbs the brain. So they were originally using this medicine to numb people's brains, to obviously do type of experiments, maybe to try and line the brains with eyes, you know, whatever, that type of thing. But hunters, able to retain consciousness by force of will. So hunters have this ability to overcome it. And instead it makes them invisible. Is it just a gameplay thing, but they gave it some lore? Most likely, but it's still some cool fucking lore. And it's actually an item that I, myself included, tend to completely overlook and not use. But I guarantee you there will be at least one, if not more, but definitely one section that we will get fantastic use of it. It's actually a really fucking helpful item. Specifically for one part, but it can be used for multiple parts. Some more blood vials. It's bloodstone shards. Very nice indeed. So yeah, so it's a fascinating item nonetheless. Excuse me. Beast Roar. We are getting fucking tons of items today. Holy shit. So this is another one of the Hunter Workshop tools. One of the Forbidden Hunter tools made by the irreverent Izzy. Borrow the strength of the terrible undead dark beasts, if only for a moment, to blast surrounding foes back with the force of a roaring beast. The indescribable sound is broadcast when the caster's own vocal cords, which begs the question, what terrible things lurk dark within the frames of men? What I love about that is that it's showing you, well, not showing you, but telling you, oh, it's coming from your own vocal cords, so it's amplifying what's already inside of you. We all have the capacity to be beastly beasts, but this item is amplifying it, and this is something, and I will, as I said, I will try my best to try and show this off at some stage. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to have to mention it every time we do a visceral attack from now on. But we are obviously learning so much about the fact that beasts are just men who have turned into beasts, and obviously then we're knowing, you know, what is the darkness that dwells within us all that allows us to use the beast roar to do things or whatever. But when we do a visceral attack, if you take a look, it looks like you just shove your fist inside them and then they blow up. But if you look very closely, and I don't know, maybe I'll have a look and see if I can find like a clip or something. If it is, I'll tag it down below if I remember to do that. But if you take a look at your hand, the character's hand that they're using to put inside of the person, you heard me, but to do the visceral attack with, it actually forms into a somewhat beastly hand. So from the very beginning of the game, the white church set, very nice. From the very beginning of the game, you can use this move, showing that since you've had the blood ministration, since you've gotten this Yharnam blood inside of you, you have beasthood. You have a beast in you. You are pretty much ready to fucking turn at any stage, which is crazy to think of. Attire of the special church doctors. These doctors are superiors to the black preventative hunters and specializes in experimentally backed blood administration and the scourge of the beast. They believed that medicine is not the means of treatment, but rather a method for research, and that some knowledge can only be obtained by exposing oneself to sickness. So unlike these guys who were just killing people, even if they didn't think they were sick, they were like, oh, you could be sick, bam, dead. These guys were playing around with the idea of, well, what if we give ourselves this beasthood, and then, you know, this special medicine, and then, you know, use it to our advantage. Somebody was discussing about the fact that Lawrence is an antagonist in the game, and yes, he is. By the way, this is a secret kind of little way you can go if you didn't know. Head down this way. Lawrence, and we'll discuss Lawrence more when we get to him, but this is, I love this. Look at these things. What did they almost look like? Well, they kind of look like poppies or cotton or anything like that, but they also, I always think, look like little brains on stems. Yeah, so we'll discuss Lawrence more when we get to him, obviously, but or when we get some more information on him as well. But a big thing for me to note about Lawrence, I didn't mean to heal, oops. A big thing for me to note about Lawrence is that I don't believe he started out as an antagonist. A random dead body here, by the way. Yeah, I don't think he meant to, because if you look at the dialogue and everything that we've gotten even thus far, they were healed by blood. Like, blood was doing good work. It was actually... Look at this fucking place. It's so cool. Blood was doing good in the world of Bloodborne. Like, in the town of Yharnam, blood was healing people. It was making people stronger. It was able to do so many wonderful, miraculous things. But you had people like Provost Willem saying, listen, this is great and we're using it and it's fantastic, but we've got to be careful. But Lawrence took it too far, was far too into the idea of, oh, everything's going to be fine, and then, unfortunately, started a plague. I started a plague that started the whole world turning to pieces. So much. These fucking worm things here again. Oh, and in fact, this might not be a great weapon for this area in terms of hitting these fucking things. Jesus Christ, I hate them. Oh, this is why I never fucking go through this area. I normally just get the 1 or 2 items and leave. These guys are a pain in the ass. We'll see these guys in a couple of places. They are always a pain in the fucking nut. But anyway, it wouldn't be a Souls game if there wasn't some type of poison swamp. So, welcome to the poison swamp. And where this is located is going to be fascinating to some people. But for now, just note that it is horrendously poisoned, 1, and 2, it's... I missed. I'm going to die. No, I'm not going to die. I'm fine. No, I'm going to die. Oh. It's horrendous in so many ways. Ooh, an arcane blood gemstone. Very nice. And also, fucking just riddled with poison. Riddledy-diddledy poisonedy bastards. You heard me. Riddledy-diddledy poisonedy bastards. To be honest, I'm just showing off the items you can get here. You can get a nourishing blood gemstone, which is also good. Note that they're both triangle here. I don't know if that's like just a gameplay thing or what the decision was there, but they are both, interestingly enough, whether it was on purpose or not, they are both indeed delicious. Triangle blood gems. The reason I'm using this weapon here, by the way, instead of Archnitrous, which I am saying is fantastic, because the Nitrous is fantastic, but 1, I get a bit more of a sweep with this weapon. Fuck! And 2, I know that those giants are weaker to thrust than I hate you so much. Also, get this fucking thing off my screen. Thank you. One, I know that they're more weak to... I hate everything. Oh my god! I know they're more weak to thrust, is what I'm trying to say. Although I say that, let's find out. 396. Yeah, you can see they are indeed more susceptible to thrust. Look at me being correct. It's almost like I know a thing or two about this goddamn game. Right, this is back to the entrance here. So we can pick up our couple of items and, as they say, skedaddle. I'm not going to kill everything because, Jesus Christ, we will be here forever, 1 and 2. It's just not worth it. Another triangle one. See, so they're really trying to push, hey, if you need a triangle one, come down here. Although at this stage, if you've gone down into the catacombs, I keep saying catacombs, into the chalice dungeons, you'll have most likely gotten a delectable thing. Lovely stuff, chap. Lovely old stuff all together. Yes. But that is the poison area. It's horrific. And I wouldn't suggest it, but if you're coming this way, if you want one of the triangle gems, grab it. If not, just fucking run through. What a thrill in memories. Note that there is random graves there as well. So there's layers of graves in this town. Very kind of discarded, like things have been dumped down here. What a thrill. And like even look, if you look at the very bottom of the ladder shaft there, you can see that there's just a shit ton of bodies. So things are just being thrown down this hole. And more bodies. Lovely. So who's been throwing things down holes? Anybody know? Anybody guess? Anybody have any ideas? If you play the game, you know, but let us bring ourselves up here into the moonlight, into a little graveyard. Oh. I think I recognize this area. In fact, I do recognize this area. This is back to the beginning of the game. This is Yosefka's clinic. So, somebody has either been throwing things down the hole or going up and exhuming bodies from the hole. And doing God knows fucking what to them. God knows fucking what indeed. Now, there's multiple ways we could have done this, but I think this is a good way to do it. Showing again that, yeah, those guys are indeed very susceptible to bolt. Anything to do with brain-suckery people. They don't like bolt, so they don't. They don't like bolt. This is the area that you can glitch into from the very beginning of the game with the werewolf. At the very, 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 very start of the game. When you first awake. So you can skip right to this section and obviously skip your happy little ass right through to the forest. And go down the ladder. And obviously if you open up the gate, then that's it, the skip is done. Like you've successfully skipped the entire first half of the game. And here we are. Yosefka's clinic. It's not as clean as I thought it would be. But she was so nice to me. What in the fucking blue blazes is this? I'm not going to open that door, by the way. Although I don't think it matters even if you do open the door, but just to be safe. Hello there. Oh, I missed. Awkward. Damn. Yosefka's blood vial. What I love about this is that most people kind of don't catch the fact that this is the Yosefka that we were originally talking to. Some people think she just goes mad, and then that's why she starts talking different and saying all these things. But no, this is the first Yosefka you speak to. This is the nice Yosefka. She unfortunately has been experimented upon. This is the first room we woke up in. She has been experimented upon and turned into one of these guys. And anybody you send here will be turned into one of these. Yes, indeed. Now, I'm going to grab this. Cainhurst summons. But I'm not actually going to go much further because I don't... no, I think we can. I think we can. I don't want to ruin a little thing we can do here. Because I think you need to send somebody... I'm just not going to go near that room for now. I think you need to actually send another person here, which we will actually do. But you need to send somebody here in order to not break the quest line by going into that room. So we'll do that, and then I'll come back here at some point. Another communion room, and if you note, this one is lit up more. It says the exact same thing, but it's lit up more. But it gives us more vials, which is nice. So what did we pick up? A summons inviting you to Cainhurst. An old bloodstained summons inviting an honoured guest to the Forsaken Cainhurst Castle. Other way around, Castle Cainhurst. Rather bafflingly, I can't fucking speak today apparently, it's addressed to you. Do not hesitate. The stagecoach leaves from Hemwick Crossing. Remember I said that large pillar was indeed a landmark for us to remember. So, look, why is there a letter addressed to us telling us to go to Cainhurst? Well, and also, why is it there? Well, that is obviously where we awaken. So, you know, it makes sense that it would be where our, I suppose, the fuck was that? Where we would have known to have been, I guess. Maybe it was meant to get to us before we left Yosefka's. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe the original Yosefka kept it from us. You can kind of say a million different things there as to why it's there. Most of it's got to just be headcanon stuff. Who knows? Maybe when we get to the castle we'll find out. But to be honest, for me, I always just thought of it as it was addressed to us because somebody has been watching us. One of the Vile Bloods has been keeping an eye on us. Well, I say one of the Vile Bloods. As we'll come to find out, the Vile Bloods are actually not really around, really. But, again, these are all alive again. I did not know this about Bloodborne. Has this always been the case? That, things respawn between areas in Bloodborne? I don't remember that being a thing. I thought everything stayed dead until you reloaded. Very interesting, that. I don't know what's going on there, but look, it is what it is. It is what it is, as they say. Does that mean we have to deal with all these guys again? Yeah, we do. Bastard. Well, that's not good now, is it? Ow, ow. Ow. I was gonna say let me fucking do this so I don't get hit, but I end up getting fucking hit anyway, because I'm stupid like that. Always shoot the dogs. He says after not shooting any of the dogs. But yeah, I always just seen it as that. And again, it's that whole thing of Bloodborne being a bit mad and making you question your own reality, I suppose, if you will. Since this is reloaded, I wonder...
Not even death offers seek
No.
the gift.
Interesting. Because that didn't change, and that will change back to a normal person once we reload the area. But interestingly enough, like, that is the same. I told you I was nearly going to walk into it. I remembered, though, somehow. So now... Fucking shut up, you bastard. We can go in through the town. Ancient blood cocktails. Thank you. This tad's finished. But yeah, we got a lot of fucking stuff today. I have to say, we really did. We got a lot of shit going on today. Oh, fuck off! I'm not having done all of that and then have one of you fucking bastards kill me. Ooh, 5, lovely. Yes. It's interesting. You can pick your way around this village multiple ways. Also, trap. Why did I think there was a wandering madness that lures you into that trap? I'm obviously wrong. Or maybe I'm not wrong. Or maybe I am wrong. Or maybe you're wrong. That is where you would fall down if you came this way. All the way back with the red danger area, if you remember that. Then we have this little room around here. This is actually the shortcut for later. I can hear him. There he is. Oh, ho, 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 ho. See that damage though. I didn't even mean to do that, but it worked. Damage. This tad's finished. And give the old tootsie goodbye. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I want to try and do this without falling down it. I always forget where the ladder is as well. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Very nice. Very good. There we go. What's evil about this is not only is it a drop down so you take damage, but then there's also a lot of fucking throws down here. So you tend to fall down and then fucking little bastard die. But it's nice to get some antidotes. And I love again, see, the red lights. Danger! Danger, danger! There should be a guy right here. Yeah, this is the guy with the seed farm up above. You can actually jump down this way to get the drop on him if you wish. If you wish. More beast blood pellets. Always nice to have a lot of beast blood pellets, so if you're going to use them. I haven't used any yet, but we will use some at some stage. Nothing in this room. Some of the houses have nice things. Some of them, as you can clearly see, have absolutely... Oh, ow! Fuck! Now I'm just embarrassed. Fuck all in them. Right. This stuff... Ow! Okay. Stop being a fucking pillar, Cal. For once in your goddamn life. So you're being accosted from up above. And in fact... I fucking should have fucking done this. I actually sometimes wonder in my brain why I'm so fucking stupid. Because you can indeed prevent that from happening. Which is rather nice. So if we come back up here. Do you know what it was? I didn't come down this way because I remembered that guy would be alive again. And I didn't want to. But yeah, come up here and you can kill these guys and stop them from throwing Molotov cocktails at your head while you're in the oil. And that's what that is down there, by the way. It's just oil. Why does just oil... maybe it's not meant to be oil. Maybe it's meant to just be like a swampy liquid that slows you down but acts the same as oil. For some reason. Why it acts the same as oil, I don't fucking know. You don't fucking know. Don't you feel my fucking ass? Oh. Lovely. But you know what? We got our blood vials back, so it's all good. And then you can come around this way then and drop down back to pretty much where we were. Also, we can grab some Molotov cocktails. So you can do some damage if you want. Very good. Ooh, weapon at risk. We have done a lot of traveling and dangerous things and have not upgraded or fixed our weapon. Now, if you weren't doing everything in one go like I am right now, you wouldn't have that problem, but... yeah, so you can see where we are now. Oh, fuck you. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, you can see where we are now. So, yeah, don't do what I did, and instead go and clear out the fucking area of people throwing things at you. Now, if you're coming this way, by the way, note that this is where you would come out. Well, not here, but down the end is where you would come out after you do the skip, the forest skip. More of these lovely things come on. We're almost at the... We're at this checkpoint, but we're almost at the checkpoint we can get. Because we have 5 minutes left. I thought I missed nothing there, I didn't. So, I'll show you where you come out. But for now, if you want to get through this area quickly, run. Just run. Just fucking run. He's gonna fucking fire cannonballs at you. You just want to fucking peg it. And miss. And then fire cannonball yourself. Bah, bitch! Bah! There is nothing more satisfying than fucking nailing somebody with a cannonball. My god, I love it. But yeah, if you were to do the forest skip, it'll bring you out around here. So you will jump down from usually this building back here, I think. And then you just run around and just run straight up to... Now, it's fiddly to do, and sometimes you can get stuck on a wall, but if you do it properly, you can indeed skip a lot of shit. Why am I going back to this weapon? It is going to break, and that won't be good. But yeah, overall, we got a fair amount done this episode. I wasn't really expecting it. I don't know why, because technically all of this is quite easy to do. Well, not easy to do, but like... It's a grand enough section. I just kind of, I don't know, for some reason thought maybe we'd end up getting caught up doing something. Which we did, sort of, but not really. We did quite well, which I'm happy with. So yeah, so there's multiple ways you can kind of clear this out as well. That I always think is just the easiest way to. What I just did now. I always think is the handiest way to clear the kind of place out. And then grab any little items that you can. We're almost really back up to full blood boils again, so pretty fucking happy days. Pretty fucking happy days. Monday, Tuesday, happy days. I always feel like there's something I'm forgetting to do, but I don't think there is. I think I've gotten everything. Is there one of these houses that has like a little back door or something? No. But anyway, I am indeed running out of time, so... Oh, well, there's you. Hello. You missed. And I missed. Well, I didn't miss, but I didn't backstab. Oh! Dead. Ah! I'm up to fucking max again. Look at us go. Look at us. Look at us. We're just men. We're just men. You can actually see across to another item there. Delicious. Once again, with the item placements just being magnifique. But yeah, if you liked what you see today, please do like and subscribe. Things will probably be a little bit more, not intense, that's not the word, but definitely more engrossing as we go. We've got a lot to not deal with, but a lot to do in the next couple of episodes. I'm actually going to leave it here, purely because, well, first of all, we're getting Snake Men here, which is a bit of a fucking crazy reveal, so if you haven't seen it yet, surprise Snake Men. But also there's something very important that I want to do in this direction, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you all so much for watching. You've been absolutely fantastically amazing. Like I say, if you like what you see, please like and or subscribe. Let me know in the comments section down below what do you think. Either way, I hope you grabbed yourself a deadly chat and enjoyed a little bit of in-depth Bloodborne. Tomorrow we shall continue our, I was about to say sexcapade, not sexcapade, excapade, this is a shortcut for later, into the forest, and yeah, we'll have a wonderful, wonderful time. In fact, I'm going to run this way and just get the shortcut just to show it. I'm going to run out of time, so I think Kavalech, you've been amazing. We're just going to run very quickly up to the shortcut. I'm going to run out of time, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. Oh, I'll see you all tomorrow, where we'll have probably a different armor set on, I'm sure, and it'll be amazing. Grab some more antidotes. We'll chat to him tomorrow, but for now, we made it back to the lab. See y'all then. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to do my outro, you bastard. Bye.